and I went to the bottom of the lake. Couldn't find me for over 10 minutes.
And sadly, that's not even what messed him up the most, because Manny can't remember his childhood at all.
They brought me back. I'm not sure how, obviously, because I was too young. But once they brought me back, they give me a experimental drug to block out that part of trauma, so that way I wouldn't have nightmares for the rest of my life. It was an amnesia drug, and it blocked out my whole childhood.
So how does someone who lost his memories build a business on connection, joy, and bringing people together?
Kind of put a priority on what I felt like I needed to be doing. As a husband and as a father, I realized I wasn't doing what I should be doing. I was being a provider, but I never seen them. I ask a question, why do we do what we do? It's for the people that we love, our loved ones, whatever. But if you don't get to see them, why are you doing that?
Welcome back to Mulligan Mike, where it's never too late to rewrite your scorecard. As a reminder, we're out here with Manny Walker with Nebraska Knockerballs and Joystick Junction. We're going to learn more about those on question 1. But just as a reminder, we are sponsored for the indoor series by Back 9 Golf. It's currently 7 degrees, feels like 2 degrees outside. So it's a perfect time to come golf as long as you're inside on a simulator. All the profits from Mulligan Mike at the end of each season, so the indoor, the outdoor series, will go to the lowest scoring pair, so myself and that guest, of a certified nonprofit that they pick. We will be doing those nonprofit holes 3, 6, and 9. So for every par, it's going to be $50, and then for every birdie, it's going to be $100. So stay tuned to see what nonprofit Manny will highlight. We'll catch you on hole 1, question 1. Quick warning for the audience. This round goes from inflatables to ICU real fast. Manny, what's a part of your life that sounds fake when you say it out loud, but it absolutely isn't?
I once laid in the bottom of a lake for over 10 minutes and lived to tell about it.
Little teaser for one of our holes. We're going to talk about that lake and the story behind the lake. So stay tuned. We will catch you on shot number 1 on hole 1. All right, so we are out here in Nebraska, also physically in Nebraska. We're going to play the dunes right by Mulligan, Nebraska. It's one of my top courses that I want to get out there and play. So if you're a member out there, please invite me. I would love it. We have hole 1. It's going to be 530 yards, par 5. We're going to be into the wind about 8 miles. I'll move a little right. Okay, no, that'll be fine.
Good hit.
That'll be perfect. And it ran a little bit, so you can't complain.
Set the bar pretty high. Can't even see 277 yards.
But just so you guys know, this is Manny's first time golfing in 6 years. We did do a little lesson before, but don't let the golf scare you away from it, because the stories and the advice that he has and the type of business that he does, you're gonna want to stay around and listen to. Oh, stay in.
Nope.
1 lost ball, but not really. All right, so we have 270 yards. Thank you, sir. I'm gonna hit a 3-wood. Oh, caught it short. Stay in.
Bunker.
Oh no. All right, so Manny's got a 4 hybrid here. There you go. We're probably
on the green, that's a positive.
He's not in a bunker. You can tell all your friends that you took your shot on the second shot. Oh, cut a little thin.
Stay, don't go in there.
That'll work. All right, I got 9. Gotta take this right at it.
Ball not detected.
Oh, should run.
Nice.
There we go. We are putting. Got a birdie putt coming up. And we do have the friend zone turned on, so anything within 10 feet is going to be give me for it, since it is a simulator here. All right, looks like uphill, then down to the right. Should be pretty solid. Stop right there.
Oh.
Oh, that one's rough. 23. All right, you got this. Sit for him. Get in the hole. Oh, just
Right
went
over the
right
top of
over it. Could be just about the same spot as I am. We got
And
23
downhill.
feet, and it is downhill, which surprises me with how much it ran after the hole there, that this is downhill 21 inches. Oh, stay up. Stay up.
Oof.
Oh. Okay,
Not
stay.
bad, not bad.
Not bad. We're in for bogey, so not a bad start. All right, Manny, knock it in the hole.
Going downhill. Come on, get in there.
Come on, drop for him. Right by. 1.2. Nice putt. Hole 2, question 2. We're officially 1 over to start the round, so not bad. If someone stumbles across this episode and says, wait, why does this guy make fun his business? What do you hope they understand about what you actually build and why it matters?
I actually want to build connection with folks because there's not a lot of options for that where you have one-on-one or a lot of people in the same room that has similar interest. And so what I want to build is connection, bringing people together through the power of play. When you can communicate, laugh, and have fun together, you build a bond that's kind of unbreakable. Whether it be a family get together, a birthday party, family reunion, a work outing, whether it be team bonding, team building. When you're together like that, whether it be inside your office and you're doing your things together as your workforce, or when you're actually in my facility where we're having fun, you can actually let your guard down, and you can actually connect better that way.
I'll challenge you. What is the number one overall fun piece of equipment that you have?
I would say my knocker balls is probably the number one because that allows people to break down barriers, especially females, because all of us are scared of maybe doing a backflip, maybe doing something that you would normally think you would break your neck.
Yeah.
But it also, if you got a supervisor, you can connect in a way that you can take your boss on and not get fired.
For those of you that don't know what the knocker ball is, it's a big inflatable ball that you can get into, and you can either smash into things, you can do backflips like you said, with being able to bounce backwards, and I'm sure a ton of other things, knock into your supervisor, your boss without getting fired.
Couples therapy.
Couples therapy. Sold.
There you go.
All right, we'll catch you on tee shot for hole number 2. All right, so we have hole 2, 415 yards, par 4. Hit a nice little driver out there to give us a nice chip shot in. Oh, tree. Oh, went through the tree.
Went over the tree. Good job.
In the bunker.
Oh,
No,
stayed up on the grass.
Not a great shot. Nice. Oh, get
Get out of there.
Oh,
On the rough.
that was a good looking shot. So we got 180 yards, and it's gonna give us a penalty here. So we do have the penalties on as well. So it's gonna be about 98% of the power is gonna be taken off of there. So 180, I think we're gonna hit a 7.
Oh, man.
Floating a little bit, but should be fine for a chip. That'll work.
Go with a 7.
Okay.
7's lucky. Story of my life. I'd rather be lucky than good every day of the week.
Teaser right there. Good looking shot. Run a little bit. Not bad. You're in play. All right, 33 yards here. Got a 52 degree. Gonna try to land this barely on, I think. Probably about a foot on. Let it roll. Oh, sit.
Well, you did say let it roll.
Yeah. I wanted a little bit shorter there, but that should be fine. We're putting. There we go.
42 feet.
We're putting. Oh, it should be fine. Sit right there. Oh,
Stop. Oof.
well, you putted through the green there. All right, so we got 42 feet down a little bit.
Close.
Oh, get in. Turn. Oh, stop now. Stop now. Red zone. Guaranteed
Red zone.
bogey. So now you can just make it.
No pressure, just make
Easy.
it.
Easy peasy. Oh, now fall down. Hit a break we don't know about. Come back.
Yeah, that's a big break in a bad way. Good.
Come on, wind.
Is
it still going?
stop?
It took a while. All right, but we're in for another bogey. Not bad. Officially 2 over through 2, but you know what really matters? This non-profit hole here. So we're going to try to get a par. It's going to be 190 yard par 3. So it's going to be tough, but I think we have it in us to get a par or birdie.
Surely we can do 190. We just did 500 and 400.
It's true. But we got a bogey. We're going to need a par. Hole 3, question 3. Walk me into the year that your mom retired and how losing her changed the way you look at work, family, and time.
So my mom worked for Tyson Foods for 54 years. And in May of 21, she retired. And it was time to actually start having, her glory years start, because she's lived in Arkansas all of her life. I moved to Nebraska in 2007. And so whenever she retired, that was in May of 21. She was at her computer desk at home there in August. She fell out of the computer chair somehow. It was never conveyed to me how she fell out and why. But she got admitted to the emergency room without any signs of COVID. 3 days later, she had COVID. She had received it in the emergency room and went through, the processes of trying to eliminate it, but it got worse. So she ended up on a ventilator. And whenever the hospital she was at couldn't provide enough care for her, she got transferred to another hospital up in Little Rock. She died a month later, essentially. It took too much. She had a lot of underlying conditions. And a lot of the things just progressed way faster than they normally would. And she died September 9th. I had to come home. I also lived in Lincoln, so I had to go home. I had to, take care of all that. And I literally, I wanted to just stop everything. I didn't want to do anything anymore. I didn't enjoy anything as far as work. And so having her, not have her glory years and be able to spend time with her grandkids kind of put a priority on what I felt like I needed to be doing as a husband and as a father. I realized I wasn't doing what I should be doing. I was being a provider, but I never seen them. I ask a question, why do we do what we do? It's for the people that we love, our loved ones, whatever. But if you don't get to see them, why are you doing that?
Yeah.
And so in November, I took a layoff from where I was working at. I was working for Kiewit Construction over in Omaha. And November to January, I sat and contemplated life, what it was going to be like, whether it would be continuing working for a company or if I was going to start something myself. So in January, I jumped all in. I went into Nebraska Knockerball, and it was essentially just for, not working for the man anymore, but it quickly pivoted to, something that was built for connection. I get to put smiles on people's faces for a living. I'm not a comedian, but I actually, feel like I create opportunities for people to put their problems aside and actually have fun together. And so that essentially they are having smiles put on their faces.
Thanks for sharing that with us. I think the important part is you're doing something that drives your life forward now, and drives other people's life forward into the direction that you now want to. Do you feel like you're overall happier and it's like the best decision, or do you feel like you wanted to go back and kind of work for somebody else for a while?
You know, when you are a W-2 employee, it's constant income. You don't have to worry about anything as long as you show up for the 40 hours and they give you a little piece of paper, it's worth some money.
You know,
But I don't think I would regret everything I've done because I've gotten to see my family. That's priceless to me. Whenever I get to bring my family to an event where I get to have my kids come work, I'm teaching them work ethics. So absolutely no, I don't regret any of it.
very cool. Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing that with us.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
All right, we have hole 3, 190-yard par 3. Go. All right, we're in the bunker.
Bunker.
All right, what do you got in hand?
Looks like a 6 iron here.
6 iron, I like it. Oh, nice swing. Go, ball. Oh. See, we just got to work on that full swing motion for you now, and that's going to be, those are going to look nice. All right, we're going to go play in the sand.
I'm gonna grab my margarita.
So we have 55% power is going to be taken off of it. Spin's going to be kind of increased there. So it should just stop. So this is going to be about an 80-yard shot here. All right, so I got a 56. To basically fly this just short of the hole. I'm going to try to hit a 70-yard shot. Oh, wow. Okay, needed to hit more than that.
Backspin on it. Made it stop.
Needed to hit way more than that. Oh, you got it out of the bunker. And you're further than me. Roll, ball, roll, roll. Yeah, that'll work.
Who knew golf was such a mathematical
Especially
sport?
here. That's why Bryson DeChambeau is so good, because he's a mad scientist with all his math. I'll slow
Too
down.
hard. Oh my god.
I said 40 or 39, and he goes, hold my beer.
75. Oh, there you go.
Good if it
There you go. Get in there. Yeah. Highway robbery.
Oh, that was rough. We're keeping the streak alive with another bogey.
Dang it.
All right, hole 4, question 4. You spent years running heavy equipment, which I assume makes golf look like Fisher-Price tools. What's a price skill that still shows up every day on how you run your business?
I would say just knowing how to treat people, because as a equipment operator or any kind of trade, you're taught to have thick skin, because in the construction industry you can get talked bad about, you can get run down pretty easy. So just knowing how to treat people and talk to them like they're human, I think, is a skill set a lot of people need.
Nice, very cool. Well, hopefully we got some skill sets built in you for this par 4 380-yard hole that we're about to play for a 4th one, for hopefully our first par birdies. We can get it back down, scored moving in that direction versus moving up.
We haven't played anything 300 yet, right? So we got a 500, 400, 190, and now 381. So
We're
we've
moving
got to
right
get
there.
close to it. Let's do it.
Let's go.
All right, walking through this hole, what do we got going on?
380 yards to the hole, 15 feet elevation, looks like downhill, and it's a par 4.
Hey, you hit it right in the spot that you could hit to run.
It's on the green. That's a plus. There you go.
That'll work.
No,
Carry the bunker. Or go right by it.
gonna go right by
There
it.
we go.
You got maybe 120 yards.
Ooh, that's a nice drive. Thank you, wind. I think this will be about half swing pitching, or half swing 52 here. Looks like we are up elevation slightly, but with the wind, let's kind of throw this thing up and let the magic happen. Caught it a little fat. Oh, should work.
You're on the green.
Nice. You know what? Just put it closer. Run. Nice chip. All right, so we have our birdie putt here, 28-foot downhill elevation, about 7, so it should run a little bit. A little left to righter. Oh, it's a little short. Should be friend zone. And that'll be our first par. Manny's gonna hit in for birdie. Oh, get in. Go. I think you hit pretty much the same putt that I just hit. Oh, but closer. All right, so we have a hole 5. We're really thankful this is not the nonprofit hole, because this 255-yard par 3 coming up here with a lot of rough and out of bounds. We're gonna have to hit a really nice tee shot here. Our hole 5, question 5. You've got a story most people never forget, even though you did. Nearly drowning, being gone for over an hour, losing your childhood memories. How do you explain that moment shaping the man that you are without remembering it? And first, go ahead and tell everybody at home what story I'm talking about.
So when I was 3 months old, I fell off the bed, and the knot swelled in instead of swelling out. It's caused me to start having seizures. I never had epilepsy. I just had seizures. I always had to wear a life jacket when we go, to the lake or swimming pool, whatever. Well, this particular instance, it was June 16th of 92. I was at the lake with my dad, and I begged him to let me go down the slide just one time without my life jacket, because the water was up over the slide, a good 6 feet. And so I was 11. And he let me go down the slide without my life jacket. Well, the sun reflected off the water just perfect. It sent me into a seizure, and I went to the bottom of the lake. They couldn't find me for over 10 minutes. Once they found me, this lady stepped on me, actually. It was too deep for her to reach down and just grab me. And so she hooked her foot underneath my armpit and drugged me to the bank, where they started doing CPR. They had called the 911, and we were out a good half hour from any emergency room. And so she did CPR on me for 30 minutes, waiting on the ambulance to get there. Once the ambulance got there, they were obviously doing CPR inside the ambulance. Once we get back to the emergency room, I was still seizing, and so they give me a tranquilizer to stop my heart, so that way I would stop seizing. They brought me back. I'm not sure how, obviously, because I was too young. But once they brought me back, they give me a experimental drug to block out that part of trauma, so that way I wouldn't have nightmares for the rest of my life. It was an amnesia drug, and it blocked out my whole childhood. I don't remember anything, before 11, 12 years old. If I do remember anything, it's from pictures or somebody telling me something. But a physical memory, no. I remember none. And so to reflect on, not having childhood memories, I basically had to start living all over again. I went through 6 weeks of extreme physical therapy, learning how to walk again at almost 12 years old, because literally they said I'd never be a functional member of society if I didn't get my seizures under control. And so I literally spent every waking day that I had to learn how to walk again. That was my main focus. But I don't know. It's been a challenge, because I want to remember some of that. It's something kind of a void that I would love to remember, but I'm also scared, because it could be very traumatic and give me those nightmares that the amnesia pill is supposed to take care of.
Mm. Do you feel like now with your kids that you really focus on the memory side of thing with like bringing them cherished memories as a kid, or do you kind of hang on to theirs a little bit tighter than you'd probably say most parents do?
I definitely want to provide them experiences that I didn't have as a kid and do things that I couldn't do. I wouldn't say I want to buy them things that I didn't have, because honestly, I don't know what I had at, 11, 12 years old. But, definitely give them memories that they can hold on to, because that's something I didn't have the opportunity to, do as a child. So I like to give them, if they like, my daughter's so in love with Hardy, the musician Hardy. One of the gifts that I was able to gift her was the experience to meet him.
Nice.
And so, for the rest of her life until, her dying day, that will be a highlight, and something that I felt like it was a necessary thing, no matter the cost, because she's going to hold on to that instead of a gift that you just throw in the closet and you're never going to do anything with again.
I think it really puts a perspective on your experiences versus the material things that you can buy as gifts. This year for Christmas, we chose to go to a Nebraska basketball game, but we had to go to a women's basketball game because the men are doing really good. So the tickets were kind of crazy pricey. So we took my 3-year-old, and he loved it. I think he enjoyed the cheerleaders a little bit more than the actual basketball, but he loved it. And it was a great experience for myself, my father-in-law, my son to go to. So we're learning that lesson too, as we're starting to go, that it's just the experiences far outweigh the material.
Absolutely. There's not enough money in the world to actually, take any of that away, because that's going to be in your brain forever until your dying day. I would rather give the experience, and that's what I do with Nebraska Knockerball, is I don't sell a product. I sell an experience that is going to be, talked about and remembered for a very long time.
I would highly encourage you guys to check out Nebraska Knockerball. Just go to their website, see their stuff. Manny is highly active on Facebook too, so you can follow him on Facebook, and he's always posting really fun stuff and really insightful stuff as well. Just not about business, but it's about life and about his personal journey. I would highly encourage you to check it out, just like you're going to check out this tee shot that looks absolutely brutal.
Brutal indeed.
All right, hole 5, 255-yard par 3, 3-wood in hand. Make a good swing, good contact. Not that. Get over.
Bounce up there. There you go. There you go.
All right, we're on. I think that's a drop penalty box. But we're up. So that's the most important part here. We are up.
Oh, topped it.
It's all right. We got one up there. 52. Try to hit it 20 yards and let it kind of roll down there.
It's looking good.
Go, 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 go,
Good.
go, 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 go.
Oh. Slow down.
Okay, stop now. I don't mean go anymore. There we go. We're in for par.
feet.
Oh, get past there. Oh,
Too much rough.
that was
It
a
was
good
on the
shot.
fringe of being a good shot.
That was, yeah, literally.
All right, hole 6 is another nonprofit hole. What is one memory from an event that really made it that aha moment? This is what I want to do.
I have several, but I always go back to I was having a Nerf party for a group of Marines that were retired, and then we were in the Vietnam War. And so we're talking, a gentleman that was in their late 60s, early 70s. I always, kind of go to, if you're not using it, you're losing it. So these guys were literally going through their military training. They were chambering their guns like they were, actually performing drills, laid out on the floor, sniping each other, and just building camaraderie.
Nice.
Because, these guys, like I said, they're in their late 60s, early 70s. They could have just been wasting away, but they chose to do something with their life, even though they, were elderly, quote, if you're old enough to, or if you're fit enough to walk, talk, and do all this stuff and still be active, do it, because that is something that is going to prolong your life, I think. I'm not an exercise specialist, but I know activity, movement is life, and these guys were really like just doing it. Some of those guys, like I said, they were maybe a little heavy, maybe skinny, all different ranges of people that had either let their bodies go, but they were still active. And that's what I like is when you can actually come together, build that camaraderie, build a connection that goes beyond a work day, 6-8 hours, whatever, and you can physically do something good for your body without exercise.
Nice.
Because it's fun. You don't know you're doing something good for you.
If you can trick the mind into thinking it's fun, but your body's still working in a positive way, in a positive direction,
For sure.
it's well worth it. That's why I like to golf.
Golf is very much a fit sport, because if you're not doing the cart, you're walking. That's a lot of walking. How many steps you usually put in around the golf, do you think?
Like when I do 18, it's roughly 12 to 13,000.
Good. Gosh.
I chase the
That's
ball around
5
a
to
lot of
6
the
miles.
course sometimes, but
Because what we're talking, 2,000 steps is a mile approximately, right?
Yeah.
Wow. And
thankfully here we're going to take about 6 steps up there, hit a tee shot, take about 3 steps back, and then we're magically going to be at our balls. So,
definitely going to have to hit the gym after this.
yes, for sure. All right, we'll see you up on the tee shot.
We have down elevation, about 14 with the wind.
That looks really good.
Draw.
Looks really good.
No draw, but stay out of that. Jump. There we go.
Wow.
Only 266. Now scooch up a little bit. Oh,
We'll count if you go.
so you're getting the motion now. Just start the mower.
Oh, yep. I got the outside of it there on that one. That's why.
See, that's why I was like, scooch up.
The thing is, like, this doesn't.
No, you're like this.
But like when you scooch up, though,
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
it's just, you drop the clubs, their hands more.
Okay.
So instead of having it up like this, you're just dropping the club more when you go that way. All right, we got to get this thing close for a birdie. All right, 52 yards, 5-foot elevation with the wind a little bit. Don't think it matters too much on this chip shot. Got to try to hit this about 45, and then it should roll fine. Oh, go. Should I take my mulligan for the round? Should? Okay. All right, mulligan shot. It does matter. That one should be solid.
Oh, get in there.
Get in. That should be good enough for the birdie.
Ooh,
There we go.
You
Birdie.
Got it. You got it.
Okay, come high five me on camera.
Great birdie.
Birdie. Oh, what a shot.
Oh, too much.
As officially a birdie on our nonprofit hole, we're going to be 2 over through 6. That is going to be $100 that you're going to donate to.
Belmont Community Center.
And why the Belmont Community Center?
Because they're a member of our ERN group, and we have Michaela Tubbs in our group. She's amazing, and in the group she provides a lot of resources to the community. Also, Emily Koopman is the executive director there. They do a lot of advocating for the community. They've been in business for 88 years, I believe. I think they started in 1955.
Wow.
And so it's something that really is impactful to the whole community, not just the region, because they will take kids from all over town. If you need a place to take your kid during the day, they are there. They have very flexible hours, very flexible programs, and so it's just something that is really meaningful to me and the community. My business is in the Belmont community, so they're actually right down the street from me, so it worked out perfect. They're actually part of my group.
Awesome. So when you go check them out, go check out Nebraska Knockerballs as well. And if you want to learn more about them, we're going to have a link to their website, maybe a link to their Facebook as well in the description. Check them out, maybe match Manny's donation too, or maybe go above and beyond, or just see what they're all about. I will say that they're probably going to be able to communicate their mission way better than both of us could combine together after 50, 60, 70 rehearsals. So do them the justice they deserve and just go check out their website, see what they're all about, and see who they're affecting. Hole 7, question 7. You admitted early on struggling with, or if it's going to be done right, it has to be me. What did letting go of that mindset cost you, and what did you finally give?
If it's got to be, it's got to be me is something that I've said, for a good 20 years almost, because I ran heavy equipment for 15 years. I don't know if I've ever really let it go. It's still in the back of my mind, but being able to delegate something and take that off of your shoulders is important, because it obviously gives you more time to do what you may need to do. I heard a quote. It's something to the effect of, if you have somebody that's giving 80%, it's 100% okay.
Yeah, so it's getting it to 80% is 100% done.
Yes. And that doesn't seem good enough for me at times, but that's because I still have that control issue that I don't want to let it go. Maybe it's something that I feel like I actually can, do how I want it done.
Yeah.
Once I get to the point where I can let that go, I'm sure my business will definitely grow, and the point where I can actually be a business owner and not just a person who owns my business. But yes, that has always been an issue for somebody that is starting out in business, and once they are able to let that go, their lives are better.
Yeah, I think it's hard because you start a business and it is literally your version.
It's your baby. Yo.
Yeah, that is what it is. And I want to clarify. There's two different versions of letting things go. So there's a version that Manny's talking about where you have the proper infrastructure in line to be able to let things go, so it's able to operate without you there at a high functioning, that 80% threshold, so that way it can grow without you while you're working still on the business, but not doing the day-to-day stuff. And then there's the letting it go where you're just yeah, you guys will figure it out. You don't have anything done to help your team with it.
Right.
And I see that people get those two confused a lot, and they're just now I only work on my business, and they don't have anything in line. They don't have any FAQs. They don't have any structure, any
SOPs,
KPIs,
nothing,
none of that. And it just completely goes down, and then they get burned by it. So they think, oh, I shouldn't let it go. And then it gets even worse with, I need the perfectionist. I need to control every single detail with it.
Most definitely. You've got it right on the nail.
Well, let's not just let this hole go. And let's have a good tag team effort here. I'll go ahead. I'll hit a good drive. You hit a good second shot, and we'll both make the putt.
We're going for par on this one. Par 4.
Deal?
All right, so we have a par 4, 439 yards. We're 2 over. We're gonna hit a nice drive right over that bunker. Whew.
Nice.
Tried to lay into that one a little bit.
Get over. Don't.
There we go.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. Tried
to really hit a draw there.
278.
That'll work. Shout out to Matt here. We did a lesson last week. So Matt's a PGA pro. You can actually book and call this place. You don't have to be a member to get lessons here. But he's a PGA pro. You obviously have the simulator with all of the data in here. We went over driving lessons last week, and they're paying off. It takes me a while to get into the motion, but they're paying off. So shout out Matt. Go ahead and check him out. I should have put you the other direction. You hit that straight as it can be. Look at that, great contact too. Nice drive. All right, 153, elevation about 14, so I'm gonna hit a 9. It should go just about there. It's at the front, so I wanna hit it and stop it. Stop floating.
Come back.
That should work. About pin height. If it didn't leak out to the right, we'd be in a gimme distance. Gotta swing harder.
Trying to swing like that in that position is definitely.
It's a lot of
You
rotation.
have to really practice that.
All right, so we got birdie putt here. Looks like we missed long. It should just keep running. So try to keep this either right in the hole or just a little short. We got 29 feet. Go. Go. Go.
Oh, 1 foot.
Slow down. 0.2 outside for the friend zone for you, but we got
0.2.
another par there.
All right, through 7, we are 2 over. We're going to be on hole 8, which is another beast of a hole, 546-yard par 5. Hole 8, question 8. At this point, your body's been through more hazards than this course. Maybe. Seizures, sepsis, heart attacks. When you wake up now, what do you not take for granted anymore?
Overall health, I would say, I used to never think about health. Recently just got back into the gym, and, I don't ever, I wouldn't say I take anything for granted, because I've been through so much. But what I used to take for granted is knowing that, if I didn't have something, happen on one day, it'll be there the next. I'll get to it. After, losing my mom, with such a short notice, I realized nothing's guaranteed.
Yeah.
So you really need to focus, on what you can accomplish every day and not just procrastinate and be, I'll get to it the next time, because there might not be a next time.
A little bit of prioritization there. It's like what's truly important and what can I absolutely have to do today.
Yeah.
While making sure you're putting the important things like you'd mentioned first, the family, the fun, the play, and all that, and living a life that you're truly going to be happy of, and your kids are going to be happy that you lived that life.
Yeah, when you can, prioritize, what matters most, obviously, is your family, your loved ones. But, then when it comes to business, putting out small little fires, and what you need to before they actually burn your business down, quote unquote. That's what's important, I think. And I've been blessed. I don't necessarily have a whole lot of fires I have to put out every day. And so I get to enjoy every day, spend time with my family, because most of my business happens on the weekend.
Right.
Well, I would love more business during the week, but as it is right now, I'm not going to complain, because I get to see my family every day, a lot of times all day.
Well, there you go. He has availability during the week. If you were asking that question at home, saying, when can I actually go into Nebraska Knockerball? He has availability during the week. Give him a call. It'll be in the description as well with the website. So give him a call and check him out. I apologize here. I forgot to turn on the other camera and turn on this one late. We had my drive that was 302 yards, just on the right side of the fairway. Forgot to hit record for my first shot, which ended up over in the rough. Manny hits a nice shot, about 108 yards. We switched up the order on accident, so I ended up hitting on Manny's hit and hit it about 16 feet away from the flag here. So good chip. Manny goes and hits, caught it a little bit high on the face, so he's out of bounds there. Going now to Manny's putt, goes right by the pin, but it is in that friend zone at 9.1. Then my putt to see if we can make it for a birdie, and it just sneaks on past on the right side there. So unfortunately, that is going to be a par, but it is a par on a 504-yard hole. Hole 9, question 9. Apologize once again for that last hole, how we missed the drive and then we missed one of my shots there. I think I'm running too many cameras right now and trying to focus on golf, trying to focus on questions. So that is my mulligan. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to give you a magical life mulligan. It's not for yourself, but it's for someone else. What mulligan would you give them before it was too late?
If you've got a vision, something that you're just passionate about, but are concerned with, whether you should start now or, wait to the right moment. There is never a better moment than right now, because like what I talked about before, you're not guaranteed tomorrow. So jump on it now. There's tons of resources if you need startup money, if you need, help with, starting an LLC, whatever it may be. We have a network of opportunities for you to use and to utilize, something that could change your life right now, not tomorrow, right now.
Don't wait.
If you wait, it might pass you by. So jump on it now while the opportunity's here.
So go ahead and take that magical mulligan that Manny just gave you and have a ball.
Let's have a ball.
All right, everything's recording this time. All right, last hole, another nonprofit hole, 369 yard par 4. Let's hit us a good drive out there, have us a nice wedge in hand, and let's make some magic.
Stay left.
Oh yeah,
Dang.
that was an all-out drive.
That, yeah.
If everybody watching notices a difference between that drive
Wow.
and the other drive, it's because I followed my hips through, and I normally do not.
With the, with the hips, Shakira, she says hips don't lie. So
All right, let's see if your hips lie or not.
I don't have any hip motion. I'm old.
No excuse. The guy on here yesterday or last week was 53, and he was driving just right there with me. You and these trees. You really love
Just all
those
into
trees.
the greenery.
See, and if you were out there on the course, you'd have to go find that ball now.
For sure. That's where I spend most of my time.
In the hazards.
Yep, looking for the ball.
40 yards again, down elevation about a foot, 2 foot.
Dude, let's get an eagle here.
Let's make it.
Let's get it.
I got a 52. I only chip with my 52 because I know exactly where 30 degrees is at, 40 degrees is at, 60 degrees is at, or like wherever. So I know more about the club versus trying to like go to different clubs for different lengths unless it's a full swing.
Oh, nice.
Oh, turn.
Friend zone, come on. No, it's rolling too far.
No, I think we're still, barely.
This is a non-profit hole, right?
Yep, non-profit hole. Guessing with how much mine rolls, it's gonna be about a fourth of a swing.
You gotta remember tick, tock,
Yep.
tick, tock. Say about 40%,
Probably about like 20.
20. That's hard. I don't ever give just 20%.
Oh.
I'll take that mulligan this time.
You want your mulligan here?
Nah, don't worry about
Let's
it.
do it. You got a mulligan. We got to use it. We're definitely not 3-putting that putt. So let's get us within inside that 10 feet. Go!
Nope.
I feel like that wasn't 33% for you. Oh, you
like
hit it really
27,
toey
three
again.
quarters.
That's why it was toey.
Just a little bit.
Oh, stay there. Okay. Good looking putt. Get in the hole. Ah. 6 inches. Hey, that's a good par. That's gonna be another $50. Is that $50 for the Belmont Community Center?
Yes, sir.
So it's gonna be another $50 for the Belmont Community Center. Link is going to be in the description. We officially were 2 over. We donated $150 for the Belmont Community Center. I really hope you enjoyed the round. If you have any questions for Manny, feel free to put them in the comments there. Comment your question or comment your favorite moment from the round as well. And as a reminder, it is never too late to rewrite your scorecard. Take aim, swing hard, and don't be afraid to take your mulligan.
Thanks, guys.